This is Algebra with Jennifer. Today we're going to look at a parent function and then description of transformations of what happened to that parent function, and we're going to write an equation for it. Here's my first example. This f of x equals x squared. X squared is going to be our quadratic. My description here says translate down 3 units and 2 units to the right. My new equation, we're going to name it. Since my parent function is f of x, I can choose any other letter. I'll do h of x, just for laughs and giggles. Okay, remember this up here? This is our base equation that shows us the transformations based on the description. So translate down 3 units. As you recall, down is this k value at the very end. 2 units to the right, left and right's inside the parentheses. So the 2 units right is going to sit right here. Notice it doesn't say anything about a vertical stretch or shrink, so there is no a value, or the a value is 1. So I'm going to write my parentheses, x. 2 units to the right. Remember, it's opposite world inside of the parentheses, so right would be actually minus 2. And we need to include the squared because it's a quadratic. And then 3 units down, that's our k up here, so down would be minus 3. My next function is f of x equals 1. The function family that this comes from is constant. My transformations, it says, is reflect over the x-axis and then down 2 units. So my new equation, we can call it anything we want. I'm going to call it h of x. I have a reflection. Now recall, the reflection is what sits in front of the a value. So I have a negative sign. I'd like you to see what this looks like on a graph. This is the parent function f of x equals 1. My transformation says a reflection across the x-axis. So if I was to reflect, that would bring it down here to negative 1. However, the transformation also says down 2 units. So if I was to go down from here, 1, 2, that actually puts me down at negative 3. All right, my third example is f of x equals the absolute value of x. That makes this the absolute value function. The transformations for this one are reflected over the x-axis, 3 units up and 4 units to the left. That's 3 transformations that we're going to get into our equation. So I start by naming it. We're going to call this one h of x. Reflect over the x-axis, again, that is the negative that sits out front of the function. 3 units up, that's going to be the k at the very end. 4 units to the left, that's inside of the grouping symbol. So I'm going to make my grouping symbol, which is the absolute value symbol. And then we have our x. 4 left, that's plus, because remember it's opposite world inside of the parentheses. I'm going to close my grouping symbol, and then 3 units up, that's the k. And there you have it. This last one is f of x equals x. The name of this family is the linear function family. My transformations are to move 7 units to the left and then 10 units down. So my new equation, we'll start with naming it h of x. Okay, so 7 units to the left, that again is going to be inside of the grouping symbol because that's your left and right. My function is just x. Left would be plus 7. And then 10 units down, that's our k value on the outside. Interestingly enough, I'm not finished because I can simplify this. I don't really need these parentheses because it's not squared. They're just parentheses. So I'm going to drop those and just combine my numbers. The final function would be h of x equals x minus 3. 7 minus 10 is negative 3. So that's our final function. It actually only moved down 3 units.